Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Hitman 2016. Today we are going to explore Morocco, Marrakesh. I'm sorry, Marrakesh, Morocco. It's city, then country.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zaidan, two of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zaidan orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zaidan to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a fortune in government contracts, has hired us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zaidan's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This is quite the political powder keg, 47, so be careful. The fate of a nation is at stake. I will leave you to prepare.
I love that we were hired not because it's the right thing to do, but because someone might lose government contracts. Gotta love those Hitman reasons. So, we'll get to it in a bit, but Marrakesh is an interesting level. Similar to Sapienza in a couple of ways, but unique on its own. As usual, bring in some good weapons. Some of the stuff. The lockpick and the coin is our specialty, and I believe we will bring in some lethal poison, because that's, out of the items I have here, it's probably the one that will be the most useful in the general case. The lethal poison I picked up in Sapienza after leveling up there, and it's objectively better than the modern poison syringe. Yeah. And like last time, this is also a post-commentary. So you'll see that as you level up in old levels, you get new weapons as you can bring into new levels. Like in my PS4 save, for example, I don't have a very high level in any of the missions, so I don't have access to a lot of the stuff here, like the poison vials, most importantly. Or the remote explosives, or the audio distractions. There's no reason not to smuggle something in, even if you don't have no use for it, because then you just never pick it up. Whereas if you have, there are reasons you might not want to bring a gun into the mission, because that'll be caught during a frisk, and you might not need it.
Welcome to Marrakesh, 47. The situation grows more tense by the minute. The consulate is under lockdown, but the protests are only a stone throw away from full-blown riots, and Zaidan won't hesitate to unleash his troops. So whatever you're planning, time is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
So,
Right
the
there.
Marrakesh level is like Sapiens in the sense that there is a big city element to it.
Hello, come in. Come in.
But
I can
in
see you
truth,
haven't
it's
had your
divided
hard
into
quality
3
lunch.
separate
How may I
zones.
help you? Oh,
How's your father?
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
There
He's
is
upstairs right
the
now working on
school
this
zone
novel of his, some kind of political thriller, I think.
up that way, up
You
the
know,
stairs,
airport lit.
Oh, that's nice.
where Zaydan
So he doesn't miss
and,
the old school.
Well, he was
and his
headmaster
military
for
are
30
holed
years,
up.
And he still carries around the master key. You know, the one that fits all the locks? Doesn't seem to be.
And then there's the bazaar, which is
for you.
close to the right side of this location.
Right. And maybe my carpet.
And lastly, the consulate, which we will go to eventually in order to kill Klaus Strandberg.
Anyway, got to run. See you around.
Yep, up and away.
Listen to the conversation, we now know that this kid's father was the headmaster of the school that Zaydan's now hold up in as a field HQ. So we can use his master key to the school later on to open any door in the school. So I go up here, mostly get the key, but you can also dress up as the headmaster. There's no practical benefit to doing that. It's just kind of for funsies if you want to dress up as in a tweed jacket. And there's a challenge for killing Zaydan with the headmaster disguise.
How did Marvin say this worked? Is it recorded?
But that's neither here nor there.
Let's
We won't be doing that during this run anyway.
The Omega Charter series, Book 1.
So I sat here for a bit, waiting for him to move.
When his best friend,
And then I realized he wasn't going to do that anytime soon, so I just used a coin to move him to where I wanted him to be.
CIA analyst Nick Sparta quits the ball of powerful individuals are orchestrating a coup d'etat that could potentially Huh?
Yeah, I really need you to get knocked out, dude. I need your key, more importantly. And that key actually does come in handy if you when you go to Zaydan, because no matter which way you do it, like with the exception of one route to killing him, you're going to go into that school, which means you're going to want the key to that school.
If anyone could just please point me in the right direction, I'd be terribly grateful. Yeah, please?
And that is
Hey.
one of the guys from the consulate. He's relevant in one possible route to kill Klaus, but we won't use him during this run. And I thought that was a door, and it was totally not. It was just a wall.
Strandberg is a lunatic.
No, he is capitalism.
I am so honored by your visit to my humble stall. Let me show you my fine pots and plates. Oh, thank
So this is the bazaar area. And in the middle of the bazaar is a bar that's invitation only, which we will be making use of in this run. As you can see, it says members only. If I go close, the bouncer will ask for an invitation, at which point I had to walk back.
Get a cameraman for an interview with Claus Hugo Strandberg. Strandberg, the banker. Do you ever watch the news? Anyway, I tap him on the back, show him my press pass, and the guy is so relieved that he just pays me a month's salary up front. Of course I'm not gonna do it. There's no way I'm getting near that place. Besides, I've got all this nice free money, and the dunce doesn't even know my real name. Would you believe I said my name was Finley? Right, so I'm at the shisha place down near the bazaar. Whenever you can sneak out, come and join me, okay? Smoke is on me.
So, unfortunately, I can't get rid of that guy in public.
Please have your invite ready.
So, I need to wait until he goes in there where it's a bit more private and find a place I can get rid of him. Because he is a member of the press, and Klaus Strandberg is about to get interviewed.
Hey, what's up?
We're gonna need that for one of the most hilarious kills in the game, in my honest opinion.
Hey, buddy.
Look, it would have made him suspicious if I broke it off right after she
That's
was
a
murdered.
callback,
Besides,
not just to the Paris mission,
Zayden is involved with some
but she also has a pass to the shisha
That's what I
place.
was reporting to Dahlia about.
So,
They orchestrated this whole thing.
I didn't realize this at the time I recorded this episode, but she will go into the bathroom and you can knock her out and get her pass.
For a military coup. Yeah. Tell me.
In this run, though, I take a back route.
I know more. Niago is gone. And it's time for us to move on.
So,
So that door leads to the staff entrance to the shisha bar, and we're just going to step right in. And now we have a membership card, because they have membership cards right in the back. So I could get a waiter disguise. And I think I do. Or I could just walk right in through the front entrance now. You'll notice an improved quality of play between this session and the ones in Paris and Sapienza. And that's because by the time I recorded this, I become much better at playing the new Hitman game than I had in the original Paris and Sapienza recordings. And at this point, I did actually have an idea of what I wanted to do. I wasn't just kind of going in semi-blindly like I was before. Breaking line of sight because that guy knows I am not a white staff because, A, I'm white, so I'm not sure why they don't fall for this guise immediately. It's one of those kind of Hitmanisms where, look at this white guy posing as a Moroccan. But since he's so kindly decided to come over here, we're going to coin him. This is why you pretty much always need to bring the coin in, because there's just so many times where you can use it to break an NPC's routine, or to get them to come into places where you can knock them out and take their disguise or kill them. It's such a universally useful item that you almost never want to go without it. It's like where the lockpick is almost always useful because you'll always have a door you need to open somewhere. The coin's always useful because you always want to distract a guard at some point. You're never gonna there's never a level where that's not going to be a useful thing to have. And there are some levels where you can find coins.
free press is always welcome.
But having those 3 to start with is a real problem solver.
True.
Now that we're in the reporter, we're going to go to the
Let me introduce myself.
from the bazaar section of this level to the console section of this level. I guess that's the weird thing about Marrakesh, that it's not it's not really all that incorrect to think of this like 3 separate maps.
I could just about strangle him.
3 separate but smaller maps.
What kind of idiot eats shellfish from a buffet?
The consulate map,
Relax,
the school map,
hired a local camera.
and then the bazaar that bridges the two.
Fine.
Oh, well, if you're not worried, Tyler, then I'm not. After all, it's not like this is a very important interview. I mean, it's certainly not like it's an exclusive or anything.
Pam, you remember that talk we had about low blood sugar? Yeah, this is one of those times.
Oh, so where is this guy?
So since they are looking for the new
And you,
cameraman, we might as well just take that cameraman's place.
finally, where have you been?
Sorry, streets unsafe.
Oh, hi. The press is here.
And with our press buddies, we're going to walk right into the consulate.
Pam Kingsley, GNN News.
7 billion, my friends. That is how much this
Just a minute.
sycophant from affluent Scandinavia has pilfered from the citizens of Morocco. And what is our government
All right.
doing to protect
Looks like
us
the
from
third
the
entrance comes in.
white-collar predators like Claus Strandberg? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're doing what they do best. Nothing. That's what. No, my
Thanks for
friends,
responding
our
so quickly.
government
We never
is
expected
too
something like
busy
this. Not
paying
dead.
lip service to
I'm in.
Western financial
So of course you, like any mission, you can do this all just with stealth and with if nothing but your suit. But
You made
it's always fun to
Most
just walk
impressive,
right in.
47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Of course, I forgot that you had to wait on these
Remember,
two
Pam,
chuckle fucks to get in
technically,
there.
Stromberg has not been convicted of any crime. So, we're not allowed to ask directly about the location of the 7 billion. Stick to the facts.
I got it.
The accusations, the trial, Stromberg's dramatic breakout. You know, get his side of the story.
Tyler, I got this.
Right. And you, aim and shoot. This is it, guys. Big one.
Shut up and get going.
All right.
I was really annoyed by this
Who are you,
because
man? If this guy's one of your friends,
I-
you better deal with him right now. You need to pay. No way.
There he is!
I was super pissed that I came all that way only to get caught by some random chance schmuck who happened to be walking out of the embassy at the time. That's one of those things where, like, if you just gotta be paying attention, and you just gotta run the level a few times to know that he was gonna come out that way. So I live in America where you enter on the right side, not the left side, but I guess, like, not every culture does that. So I got caught. This is very frustrating. Please note that freeze that just happened, that's not YouTube. That's... This crowd is very technically impressive, but it also really drops performance. I didn't ever get below 30 during this recording, but you can feel the difference when you play it.
I could just about strangle you. Stop.
Finally, where have you been?
Sorry, streets unsafe.
Yeah, it's definitely a noticeable decrease in performance. Though I have to admit, it is impressive they got this kind of a crowd going in this engine. That's one of the good things about this engine, which they used in Absolution as well, is that it does handle crowds very well.
7 billion, my friends.
Here, here.
That is how much this
Go Strandberg.
sycophant from affluent Scandinavia has pilfered.
And as we go back into the bazaar for a couple times, you'll notice that it's just that location that causes the chug. It's not terrible, but it's not great.
They do best. Nothing. That's what. No, my friends, our government is much too busy paying lip service to Western financial institutions to care about
Okay, so she went out the right way. Why did he go out the left? The left side. What the fuck?
Has not been convicted of any crime, so we're not allowed to ask directly about the location of the seven building. Stick to the facts.
I got it.
The accusations, the trial, Stromberg's dramatic breakout. You know, get his side of the
That's kind of stupid.
I got this.
Right. And you, aim and shoot. This is it, guys. Big one.
Hey there, photo man.
Alright, so...
You made it. Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
As the reporter, we need to set up our interview.
Pam Kingsley, GNN News. My name is Pearson. Mr. Strandberg is ready for you. Follow me, please. I must say I was surprised that Consul Olander authorized this interview. Adding fuel to the fire, I should think. But that is not my call. Nevertheless, you must understand that the building is on high alert. If the situation evolves, you will be evacuated without protest. Yes?
Well, let's just hope it doesn't
And you
come to that,
can
Miss
cause
Pearson.
like an evacuation in this building and kill Strandberg as he's trying to escape. That's another viable way of killing him. And Zaydan, too, over in his school. You can cause a ruckus that will force an evacuation. But that involves getting detected, so...
That is Klaus Strandberg, most wanted man in Morocco.
Just ask, I'll see what I can do. Aha! Capital, you made it. Come on in. Come in.
Oh, man. So,
Sam Kingsley.
as you can see,
Pleasure.
there's a giant
I watch the show
moose
all the time.
over
You're even more lovely in the flesh.
the interview
And this is-
chair.
Tyler Clark, producer, and this is our cameraman Finley.
And I frankly
and
don't
Finn.
know if that's like a national
Well,
symbol.
Let's do this, shall we? Where do you want me? The light is nice over here. Not that I want to tell you boys how to do
And
your
if you're
jobs, but
Swiss and you're watching
Well,
this,
right here is fine, Mr.
please let me
Strandberg.
know,
Sit down,
because
make
that
yourself
is
comfortable.
that is
We'll be
such a
ready in no
random
time.
thing
Oh, no,
to have
please.
in a consulate
Call me Klaus.
that I feel like it has to be a reference to something. Wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Okay, I think we're set. Roll when you're ready.
Camera rolling. I'm on it.
So now that the interview has started, I need to get upstairs
Okay, we're ready if you are.
to make
Access
use
to the
of the
consulate
moose.
and first row seats for the interview.
Fortunately,
Nicely
I'm gonna
done,
have to ask you to
47.
stand back. This area's off limits.
they
Let me
need
speak
to
the same language, sir.
frisk me.
My job's so much
And I'm holding a gun, so I need to find a wastebasket.
Everything that's happened to me.
This is part of why you have to make a choice when you bring a gun into a mission, because sometimes...
Mr. Strandberg, for the last 7 years, you have been the CEO of AMB, the biggest private
Sometimes
bank
it's a
in
bad idea to have a gun on you, because you'll need to
Showed
get
up
rid of
on
it
your
somewhere.
doorstep and you were-
And if I have a wastebasket, I can conceal the weapon. But if I don't have a wastebasket, then I just kind of have to leave it somewhere and hope to God no one goes into the room I drop it in and picks it up. So eventually, after some searching, I find a wastebasket in the bathroom over there.
My name is Pearson.
But now that I know a wastebasket is
Mr.
there,
Strandberg is ready for you.
we can
Follow me, please.
drop our gun in the wastebasket to conceal it.
That Consul Olander authorized
And now we can get frisked.
adding fuel to the fire, I should.
Because no one sees a coin or a
But
lockpick
that is
when
not my call.
doing a frisk. They're both concealable items.
Roll when you're ready.
I'm on it.
I also love that audio
Access to the
cue
consulate and first row seats for the
that
interview.
occurs
Nicely
once
done,
you
47.
do something that completes a challenge or advances an opportunity.
Sir, sorry, this is just gonna take a second.
But now that the camera's rolling, the interview has started.
All right, you're good.
And
You're good to go. Hey, security here.
we can bring down the lights
Nice camera. Good quality.
for the moose.
3 weeks ago, the police showed up on your doorstep and you were arrested for billions of dollars in misappropriation.
Release the moose!
Much for the charges, yes.